they ass call me a Manson assassin, kicking down doors with 44. First nigga to always start blasting here, man.
What's going on, y'all? The reviewer is here, and I'm back to give y'all this album review called LiL Jack. Anyway, it's called Hallucinations. In case y'all don't know who LiL Jack is a member of the rap group called the Manson family. They reside in Memphis, Tennessee, and all that stuff, and so is LiL Jack. This is one of the few underground tapes that the Manson family came out with. There's been a lot of their solos that came through the times, but they never really got released to the public until now. So if you was in the underground rap of Memphis, then you already are familiar with these tapes. So this is the real deal right here. And this tape, this is the reissue release that came out in 2022 under Trill Hill Tapes. The original release was in like 97, 98, around that time frame. I'll give y'all the credits who made the beats for the album. Only person was Maceo, as far as I know. The features, you can see it on the front cover. So if you want to pause this video, you can pretty much see who the features are on this tape. So let's get on with the track listings. Zooming in here, you should be able to see it here. So the first one is the intro, and they're just talking the stuff, crazy intro. The next one is called, which is a DJ mix.
Go to the trunk, get the let's start a ride. Jack, go to the trunk, get the jack, go to the trunk, get the jack, go to the trunk.
And it's a pretty dope DJ mix, you know what I'm saying? Because they have like samples from their old songs and stuff like that. So it's pretty dope. That's starting off. Next one is called Manson. This features Reality. If y'all don't know who Reality is C-Rock. And he has a tape called Reality or something like that. Oh, I could be wrong. One of the names, I think, is Dramatized. But be on the lookout for that review. This is a nice little cut. LiL Jack ripping up on there with the fast flows, and so is C-Rock. And the beat on there is pretty solid for the most part. If you're familiar with Maceo, you already know how he gets down on the productions. Go to War. This features Freak, Lil Cuckoo, and Coke, or known as Insane Wayne. This is not to be confused with the other Insane Wayne that starts with an E. He passed away some years back. But this is a different Insane Wayne. All right, so this song is a pretty straight cut. When I listen to this, the quality really isn't up to par. I mean, I know this is a remastered version of the tape, but I guess it was kind of hard to really get this in great quality. You know, I get it, because sometimes it can get really hard to remaster it. But anyway, the flows on there are pretty good. The beat is solid for the most part. It's not bad. This is a Jack 2. This is a really dope one right here. If y'all remember the Tommy Wright III Last Alternative from On the Run album.
Stepped out in the rain, slowly walking, approaching the long black niggas. Two niggas with gauges, open my door as I speak to the two Puerto Ricans.
This is a great track right here. One of my personal favorites off of the album. I'm digging the flow from LiL Jack, man. He rips up on this song and did the thing on there.
Cause I got in the ride, one hand signal to drive up and told him to drive. With my life on the line, I looked in his eyes and I think it's that time.
The next one is Die. This features Poonie Mane, and this is a pretty good cut. If you remember that sample on the hook, that's from the Tommy Wright III song Do or Die. That's from, you know, On the Run. And Poonie Mane, you know, he comes through with a really dope verse. and the beat is nice. LiL Jack does his thing on here with the flows.
Charles Manson is my idol, vital to the way I live. Criminologist to analyze how many people he done killed. He never told, but I know.
If y'all by now should know that he's on some psycho killing murderer stuff, you know what I'm saying? Manson Assassin, this features Lil Cuckoo and Coke. This is a solid beat with like pretty nice verses. They rap pretty fast on here, man. They come through with the fast flows. Did a really good job on this track.
I'm living the dream for riches, more money over stank on bitches. And to my enemy, we drink Hennessy and government digits. My neighborhood full of them thugs.
What Would You Do? This features Pootie Mane, and this is a really nice cut right here. It starts off really hard with a nice sample, man. Maceo went in on this beat right here, man, and if you hear it, you would kind of know it's from the Halloween movie. It has like that same rhythm, you know, of the sound. Pootie Mane and LiL Jack comes through with some really dope verses on here.
You can't stop this, you can't stop this. Play it up, Pootie Mane bout to rock it. Try your best to see if you can top it. Move out the way, I need power from socket. I'm the nigga, bring it.
This is probably one of my personal favorites off of the album. My Click, this featured Coke. This is a pretty good beat. They went in on this song right here with the fast flows. Well, kind of fast. LiL Jack does a good job with the verse, and Coke does a good job as well with his.
Had his mainframe like I'm gone, I'm the dog. I'm a menace, shot the menace, leave you slaughtered like a hog. What a blasting crazy.
And this is another good track off of the album. I think this is probably one of the better tracks. Hallucinations. This features Queen and Coke.
My head ain't right. Sometimes I feel like getting crunk. Hit a couple of grams of funk and act a fool on one of you punks. Jack is going to the.
This song is pretty good. It kind of took me a while to get into this one. The only downfall of this song is only lasts like a minute and some change. LiL Jack did a verse, Coke did a verse, Queen did a verse, and that was it.
The optimals at the Chevy dough to keep you slow and keep you decomposed.
I think the song probably lasts like a minute and some change. But I did hear a few samples from this song though. I'm trying to remember, but I can't remember what sample it's from or where they sampled this song. But I know I heard it on another track before. So now we flip it to the B-side. So the B-side is, the first one is Pound After Pound. This features John Doe and Pootie Mane. And this is a really great beat right here. Got the fast flows on there. John Doe come through with a pretty solid verse. And then Pootie Mane come through with the fast flows.
Some niggas say there's a pony, I got the fool, I'm ready to tell you motherfuckers right. Loaded my feeling with pieces of wood and did it and licked it and now that shit's tight. Shredded and datted up.
This is a really dope track right here, man. I'm almost pretty sure that y'all gonna like this one. And then it's a funny skit in between. Then Hosh, this features John Doe and Coke. This is a great track right here, man. Matter of fact, this one is blazing. This is a really great sample on here from DJ Paul. If y'all know the song Grab the Gauge, then you will know that this sample is on there. Man, this is probably one of my personal favorites off of this album, man. I was really digging this track. Matter of fact, I played this song kind of, you know, like a couple of times, man, because I was just feeling it.
Now how can you hang and read your mouth? Motherfucker don't know what you talking about. Salute to my troops, come murderers, smoking blunts and look my nigga pass.
The next one is called Coming Up, and this is just a DJ mix. Hollow Tips, this features Reality, and this is a pretty good track. If you remember the sample from the Tommy Wright III Take a Chance, if you know that song, then you know that there's a sample on this song from there. And Reality or C-Rock, he comes through with a really nice verse. I'm really digging this track right here.
All in it take people talking this shit. Bitch was straight hating but claim that he dicks. Dropping one tape that he hoe got a hate. Blowing my guns away, burning the state.
Groupies. This features no one. This LiL Jack. And I really like this track right here, man. And this song is pretty much talking about groupies and how he's getting with these females and stuff like that. And LiL Jack ripping up though. He coming through with the fast flows and the beat is really dope, man. I feel like it's kind of hypnotizing.
Coach is spoken to. I've been scoping you, hoping to get them legs open, telling you whatever such a mind that he's really to pivot to your head, young.
When you hear the beat, when you hear the song, you'll see what I mean. This is a different type of topic from LiL Jack from all the songs that he made on this album so far. But I dig it though. Losing My Mind. This features Lil Cuckoo and Coke.
Sometimes I find I'm losing my mind. Picturing niggas with triggers trying to bury me blind. Sometimes I find.
And this is a pretty solid track. The verses on there are pretty deep though, man. They talking about some real harsh realities that's going on perhaps in their circle or even in their mind. Because you know the song is called Losing My Mind.
More fun, it's for real, life ain't the same in reality. Bitch, it's big gang, I get them there, but it's all in virtuality. My niggas cycle D.
This is one of them tracks that you have to sit down and listen to as they talk about some real issues. And then the last one is just 98 grams. This is just kind of a shout out or a little phone call type deal. So that's all the songs that I review off of this album. I pretty much, review just about all of them. Y'all know for tapes, I don't give ratings for it, but I will say that this is a really nice tape from LiL Jack. This is when the time when they was in their prime, man, like this going in on these tracks, like ripping up and dropping dope flows and the beats and things of that nature. And then you gotta think, this was back in 97, like in the late 90s. So if y'all familiar with the underground Memphis rap, when they came out back in those times, you would know 9 times out of 10 the album's gonna be dope or the tape's gonna be dope. And with producers like Maceo, you can't really go wrong with that. If you're familiar with Maceo, you know he produced the Manson Family, Helter Skelter on most of the tracks. Just understand, you won't be disappointed. So if you're familiar with Maceo Productions, then you already know how he gets down. And I think you can hear this on the streams. Actually, yeah, you can hear this on the streams. And I remember listening to it and I'm like, man, the quality ain't up to par. So I switched to the tape. And the tape quality is actually a little bit better. But with that being said, a shout out to LiL Jack for coming out with a dope tape. Pick this joint up if you can. If not, you can listen to it on the streams. But like I told y'all before, the quality on there isn't up to par like the tape is. Shout out to all the producers and all the features. Much love to the real folks, and I'll be on here back with another review. All right. Peace out, guys.